Well, hello there and welcome. So yeah, sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I've had some technical difficulties, but that's been sorted out. And yeah, I'm ready to push again. So the plan is rather than going through the book that I was doing chapter by chapter and making videos about that, I was just thinking to make projects. Just start with simple projects and then we build on that. We learn more and we build better projects. So I think that's going to be the plan from here on out. And the first project that I'm going to build is going to be a number guessing game. So it's nothing insane, but I feel like it's something that I can do with my current skill level. So I did do some research beforehand about like a rough idea to get like a rough idea of what I'm gonna be able to need to do. And there's some new libraries that I haven't like used before. So I'm excited to get to use that. I'm just quickly getting like a base plate. Make sure everything works. And I'm using a different IDE as well, as you can see. I moved away from Visual Studio to VS Code. So I just feel like this is a bit more lightweight than Visual Studio. Okay, so we're currently in the projects directory. So we want to cd into a number guessing game. And then we want to say gcc./main. And the output name of our project is going to be, let's number guessing game. Feel like that's safe. Okay, and then the exe file. So then we just do number. And there we go. I'll look from the other side. Okay, so we're Gucci. So, first thing that I think we're going to need is we need a random number. Then we need the user guess and check the guess. And while the guess is wrong, we reprompt the user. And maybe we can keep track of the guesses, keep track of how many times user guessed, so we can see like it took you 5 chances or 5 tries to get it. So this was the first thing I was worried about. I was getting the random number. So let me show you the libraries that I saw. So the first library is time, and I forgot the other one. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, it's the other one is standard lib. That one. Okay, so that's the 2 libraries we need. So what we can do is int random number is equals to rand, and then we just call it like that. That's Gucci. But now, if we print this random number, we go dollar percentage and we print random now. Okay. So now we need to, if I'm not mistaken, you need to rebuild the project and then run it. So you'll see it's 41. If we run it again, it's still 41. It's 41. It's 41. Like it doesn't change. So the reason for that is there's this thing called srand. So this initialize, I hope I understand and I explain this correctly, but this initializes the rand function and you give it a seed. So let's say you make seed 10. it's going to generate the same random numbers over and over and over again. So like if you should loop and generate a random number every second, for instance, and you generate 10 random numbers, if you redo it, it's going to generate the same random 10 numbers every time with the seed. So now this is where the time comes in. We just put in null. So what this does now is it gets the seed based off the current time. So every time the seed is different. So if we rebuild now and we run, it will be a different number every time. Well, most of the time. So this is now where the next step comes in, because this can be huge numbers. So now this is where the fun comes in. If we do the reminder operator, or we do like 100, so if we want the number between 1 and 100, we do reminder. So this now divides whatever is returned here by 100, and then whatever is remaining is your random number. So this could be anything from 0 to 99. If we plus 1, it's anything from 1 to 100. So I feel like that is for now. Okay, apparently not. Did I miss something? So we srand, we give it null, and then we do reminder. I feel like this is fine, unless I didn't build it correctly. It's still big numbers. Am I cooked? I might be cooked. Let me quickly see. And this should be fine. Because we give it srand, we give it a time. You know what I think it might be? Let's initialize the variable first. So rand number is equals to 0. Let's just testing purposes. And then we do this. And we build it again. There we go. There we go. 82, 85, 88. Okay. There we go. So apparently initialize the variable first, and then the random number works out properly. So next step is get the user address. This easy, done this before. Let's just say please enter a value or number. Number makes more sense. And then we scan f here into a integer, and then we pass in user guess. Copy this name, just come up here. We initialize this as well. And then we have user guess. So now for the first time, I'm going to use a loop, and I hope this is going to go well. I've done some. I saw how it is, like how the code looks, and I more or less understand. But this is what I think is going to be the solution. So while the user guess is not equals to a random number, we loop. I think this will work. Let me just double check the syntax of a while loop. While condition, and then it should be fine. So I don't know why it says it needs a semicolon. Am I okay? Never mind. I'm cooked. So there. Okay, now it should be happy. Okay. So now we want to check. We want to give some hints, like is it bigger? Is it smaller? Whatever. So let's do if Okay, I could have, if user guess is greater than random number, we say, we print if your guess was too high. I'm a bit lower maybe. Then we do else if user guess is less than a random number. I'm just going to copy this. We say your guess was too low. I'm a bit higher. So I could probably say, I feel like that's all. Logically, that feels fine. And then we can just print here. Correct. You've guessed random number within, we do attempts. And we just do attempts. Okay, so we need to initialize this as well. Int that is equals to 0. And then we need to increment it here. Oops. And here. So now if it's too high, we increase. If it's too low, we increase. And I don't need to end the loop because it will loop until you get the right number. And then it will break out and it will come to this line. I think that's what will happen. I hope that's what will happen. So I might need to do a new line here. And a new line here. And now, if we don't change the guess, this is going to be an infinite loop. So we're going to need this again. I hope I'm correct, but I feel like this feels right. There's only one way to find out. So we built, we run, we enter a number. So this could be anything from 1 to 100. So let's go middle, 50. Too high. Let's go middle, 25. Too low. Let's go 37. Too low. Let's go 45. Too low. 48. 47. 46. There we go. Correct. You've guessed the number in 6 attempts. I think that's that. I'm surprised. Okay. So I think another cool thing would be to do like a difficulty that then changes the what you call it, from 100 it could be a bit more, make it a bit more harder. So let's do it. Yeah, we do a print and we print please select your difficulty. We do new line, print again, 1, easy, and then we put in brackets 1 to 100. Let's make 2 tabs in between. I feel like that's gonna look cool. And then we do this, and then we grab this whole line chuck that in there. Make this 2 and 3. This being medium. Oops. Medium. And this being hard. And we just align this so it looks. Then from 1 to 250 and from 1 to 500. So now we make another one. Difficulty. We make a default one. I don't know why, but I feel like that's something. Now we do scanf. We scan an integer. Oops. Into the difficulty. Then something else I saw that I want to test out is a switch statement. So we do a switch on difficulty. Then we say if difficulty is 1, we chuck in this code. So if difficulty is 1, random number is between 1 and 100. Then we just redo this 2 more times, but we check for 2 and we check for 3. We change this to 250 and we change this to 500. I think that's how it works. Okay, let's test. I feel like I missed something. I feel like there's going to be a massive error here. Let's go huge. We go difficulty number 3. Let's start 250. Too high, 125. Too high still. 50. Too high, 25. Oh my goodness. Too low, okay, 20. Too high, 15. 13. 14. My goodness. So between 1 and 500, it's 14. I feel like just run it again. Just double check. I feel like I was robbed there. Let's go to 50 again. Too high, 125. Too low. Okay, okay. 200. Too high, 175. Too high. Let's do 185. Too high. Why am I going higher? 165. Too high, 150. Too high, let's do 130. Too low, 140. 145. Too high. 143. My god, I suck at this. 141, honestly. 13 attempts. My goodness. Okay. But I feel like this is quite a good... Like, I'm still a noob when it comes to C. And I haven't touched anything about pointers or memory or any of those topics yet. But we're going to get there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you enjoyed my first project that I've basically done on my own. I read some resources about the library and stuff. I'll show you quickly the website I used. I don't think it's the best website, but I used, sorry for the flashbang. I used W3 Schools, and I just went through some of this stuff, like the while loop, the switch. I was like, switch, the if and the else statements. And I was like, okay, let me build some projects. I'll still work on the book and work through the book, but I'm not going to cover the book as much. I'm planning on just pushing all my projects and getting feedback. And yeah, other than that, yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any feedback, any advice, I'm completely new to this. I'll appreciate any help, advice, feedback, anything. Thank you, and have a great day.